The ending to Halloween Ends could be very interesting and a little bit odd. Let's talk about it.
Lock your doors, bolt your windows, and turn off the lights. Make sure the kids are safe at home, cause you're headed to the Nightwatch Zone. Nightwatch Zone.
Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, we just had the final trailer drop, and man, it's created a whole bunch of new questions and new possibilities. And I wanted to talk about something that's been brewing in my mind for quite a long time. I've talked about a lot of different scenarios that could happen with this movie, and also things that I think might happen in the end of the movie or at the end of the movie. One of the biggest questions that people are having, at least, especially the general audience, is who's going to win? Who's going to live or die? Is it Michael or is it Laurie? And, I've been thinking about both possibilities. And, we've heard a lot of different ways that we've heard a lot of different ways that the ending is described by so many people, whether it's David Gordon Green, Christopher Nelson, Nick Castle, James Jude Courtney, Jamie Lee Curtis. And everything that they've said is giving me a sense that it's going to be different, like they have said. So having Michael live and Laurie die, or vice versa, seems very cut and dry. Of course, there's some fans that are going to want one to, triumph more than the other and so forth. And I've talked about this a little bit in live streams, teasing it, and also on like the Lethal Collective. But what if the ending of the movie isn't so much about who lives or dies, but it's how it happens? Okay. Now, to me, that's where you could really get into some interesting aspects, and that would fit the description of different or a departure or something that we didn't think would happen or didn't see coming. Here's what I'm thinking, guys. Now, first of all, in the new trailer, there are moments in the trailer where everything seems to be edited kind of out of order and so forth. We have a scene where we see Laurie pull the mask off of Michael, quote unquote. It looks like it's not James Jude Courtney, and I've talked a little bit about this on live streams. What if at the end of the movie, or near the end of the movie, we have Corey or the imposter. We still don't know if it could be someone else, maybe Nick Castle, but they do have that fight in the kitchen, the imposter and Laurie. And Laurie kills Michael. And when she takes the mask off, she finds out it is the imposter. I'm thinking it's Corey. You see the look on Laurie's face. It looks like it's more of a look of shock. Whereas if it was Michael that she killed, I don't think it would be shock. I think it would be a look that is much more like relief, or yes, I finally overcame this evil and so forth. So I think at the end of the movie, she will kill Corey, or near the end of the movie, I should say. There might be another battle that she has with Michael, with James Jude Courtney. But what if, guys, at the end of the movie, instead of killing James Jude Courtney, maybe she gets the upper hand. Maybe it's her and Allison. I definitely think Allison is going to play a part in this. I'm not sure to what extent, but the bottom line that I'm trying to get to is, this is my new take or suspicion or theory or speculation, whatever you want to call it. But what if at the end of the movie, Laurie doesn't kill James Jude Courtney? Instead, she allows him to walk off. She kills Corey. Maybe she battles James Jude Courtney, and maybe there's a stalemate. Maybe she gets the upper hand. Maybe he gets the upper hand and doesn't kill her. But the bottom line of what I'm trying to get to is, at the end of the movie, Michael survives, but not necessarily because he kills everyone. He might, he might kill a lot of people, but what if at the end of the movie he just walks off just like he did at the end of Kills? David Gordon Green said he basically just went out and went off somewhere and he was dormant for 4 years, basically just disconnected. What if that's the ending of Ends? Is that when he walks off, when he's allowed to go, it's not necessarily because of his choice. Maybe it's a choice that Laurie Strode makes, which totally is like, wow, mind blowing. Why would she do that? Well, maybe it's going back to the mythology of Michael Myers, which I've talked a lot about in all of my videos. Maybe she comes to the realization that you can't kill the boogeyman, or that she doesn't want to be consumed by the boogeyman any longer. She wasted 40 years of her life consumed with Michael Myers, and he didn't even care about her. She wasn't in his path. You know what I'm saying? So what if the way that she defeats him or is free of him is to just let him go? Don't even get the revenge on him, so to speak. When she kills Corey, it's because she's still in that mode. Maybe the only way that he can die is if I die too. And so she's still talking like 78 Laurie, as far as feeling as though this is personal. And maybe throughout the movie, the middle half of the movie, or maybe near the end of the movie, she realizes she just has to let go. If she lets go, then Michael just kind of goes and does his own thing. Michael isn't her concern. Her life's work isn't to stop the boogeyman. So what if at the end of the movie, Michael is allowed to live? Not, I don't want to say allowed, but they just come to a point where she's just like, whatever, just go. And he walks off, just like the way David Gordon Green is explaining the end of Kills and the beginning of Ends, is that he just went off and was dormant. What if that's the ending, guys? That could piss off fans, like Jamie Lee Curtis said. It's definitely an odd ending, like Christopher Nelson said. It's definitely a departure for an ending, like John Carpenter said, and so forth and so forth and so forth and so forth. It checks all the boxes, but it also it kind of brings an end to the imposter angle, as far as Laurie being able to defeat it, or kill the imposter, and kind of getting rid of all of that pent up rage, and then realizing that she just needs to let go is kind of what I'm getting at. I don't know, man. It could check a lot of boxes, and this really kind of just came to me in full view just recently, and even right before the trailer. But when I was watching the trailer, it really hit home for me, because it looks like Laurie Strode is going to kill Corey Cunningham, or the imposter, but we're assuming it's Corey. So if she does that, what about Michael? I don't think they're going to kill Michael and then have Corey killed at the end. That just doesn't make as much sense to me. It could happen. I could be totally wrong. But anyways, what do you guys think, man? This kind of, I'll call it the forgiveness angle. I haven't heard anyone talk about this anywhere in the horror community. I swear to you guys, it literally has just come to my mind, because as I keep trying to think about what's going to happen, who wins, who loses, or who lives and who dies. Like, if Laurie lives, would that piss off fans? I don't necessarily think it's going to piss off fans. I mean, some people will be happy with it, some won't. But that won't really piss off fans, So if Laurie lives, if Michael lives, I don't think that would piss off fans either. But what if Michael continues on his path, whatever he's doing? But it's because Laurie lets him. She lets him escape. She forgives him. She, lets go. She truly lets go, even after all that's happened. I think that would cause a lot of questions, like Jamie Lee Curtis said, and kind of be upsetting to fans, because everything has been built up to this whole good versus evil thing. And I don't think it's never really been about that, at least in this timeline. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, guys, this is interesting stuff. I'm thinking about it as I'm talking about it, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I know this is really out there for a thought. Trust me, I'm just thinking about possibilities for the end as an excited fan of the franchise. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Please like the video, that would help support the channel and I'd appreciate it. And if you have not subscribed to the Nightwatch Zone, what are you doing? This is the time to do it. We're less than 3 weeks away from Halloween ends. This is crazy stuff, guys, and soon we will find out how it's all going to go down. So anyways, I will talk to you guys later. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Nightwatch. Peace.